Hey, why you
Wow, what?
why you look nervous?
Oh, come on, I do this. What you mean I look nervous? Why why you nervous?
Oh, I'm nervous about everything. I just get jitters.
That's crazy. But anyway, the camera on, so we here. You want to introduce
We
yourself?
here. My name is Anaya Lachelle. I sing, I songwrite. I'm a fourth grade math teacher, and I do a lot of things.
You do more than that?
What? A lot of I do more than what? Sing and
Yeah, sing and teach.
yep, I dance. I write poetry. I choreograph. Um, I used to paint. I can do a lot of stuff.
I never knew you dance. Like I ain't never seen you dance. I've been following you for a minute.
Yeah, I don't post it no more because I haven't been dancing since like the beginning of college. So
One thing I
mm.
do know, you go to the gym, and I think you might be one of the only people I follow that work out that's a female.
Really,
Yeah, I maybe follow like three females that work out, women that work out. Like
that's crazy.
I think I'm following
Yeah,
any more that work out. They either fat or just genetically in shape already.
right. Yeah, I mean the goal is to get everybody to work out when I do post it. So it's you either get up or you don't. So I try.
Hey, it definitely be inspiring me because I'll be looking
Yeah.
at women, like she killing it for real. In the progress too.
Huh?
I be seeing the progress too.
Oh, thank you.
So speak on college. What you go to college for?
I went to Western Michigan University. I studied criminal justice and legal studies. At first, I was studying elementary education and math, but I didn't like the math classes that I had to take. I just felt like when I was going to school for actual education, I felt like most of the classes I was taking was just a bunch of bull. So I switched back to criminal justice, and so I graduated this past June of 23.
I never went to college. I always felt like high school was hard for me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
no way I'm going to college and succeed.
Yeah, I mean, if high school was hard, then yeah, it ain't for everybody for real. But I had to learn too because I almost dropped out my after my first year of college, and I told my mama I don't got time to do nothing. I was working three jobs in college. I was still trying to sing and all this stuff. So I was like, I have no time to do nothing, and she was like, okay, well maybe you should like pick one job and stick to it. And then she was just like, go to college part time instead of full time. So that's what I ended up doing.
That was a smart decision. But ain't nothing wrong with having three jobs because money more important because you need to pay bills.
You know, but it's okay. I guess it was worth it though.
So what part of Michigan is you from? Because I thought you was from the D.
Everybody think I'm from the D because I'm always there. But I'm a rich so I was born in Ann Arbor, Michigan. At U of M actually, U of M Hospital. And then I had moved to Saginaw when I was 2. And then I moved to Kalamazoo, which is where Western Michigan is, when I was 13. And I've been there ever since. So
So which one you rep?
I rep Saginaw, I ain't gonna lie, but now I mean I gotta rep both because they both have shaped me in a lot of ways. Because I was like in Saginaw for like my adolescent years, and then I'm in Kalamazoo from my preteens up to my adulthood. So I gotta claim both of them.
I respect that. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. I just thought you was from the D because you had a song All Star JR. And I was
And that's fine. I mean, most people, but like most of my supporters is in Detroit. That's where I had my first show this year, so it makes sense. It's all right.
you just started doing shows this year.
Yeah, I had did my first and only show. I want to do one in Kalamazoo where I'm at now, but I had my first show in Detroit of May this year, and it was sold out. It was very full, over capacity, but it was very nice. It was a nice turnout.
It's crazy. I would have thought you've been doing shows.
I know. I performed a little bit. Like I had opened for Boosie when I was 19. But I ain't never been a performer for real. At least not like that. Like I'm used to dancing more than singing in front of people. So I'm still trying to get used to that.
Which one you like doing more, singing or dance?
It's very hard. It's very hard. I feel like singing comes more naturally, but dancing is more of a I think dancing is more of a stress reliever, and it's a form of exercise too. So it's hard because in high school I used to choreograph dances, and I was in a dance class for 4 years, and I don't know. That's very hard, but I guess I say singing because I put more time into singing. So
Yeah, I never seen you dance, but I like your singing a lot.
yeah,
Like,
thank you.
yeah, notes, and I'll be like, oh, I can just feel that note. I can't relate to
Want to
nothing
get
you're
better.
about though, but you know.
Yeah, and I want to get better because I wasn't like raised to be no singer. Like a lot of people nowadays, like they sang in church or they had parents who was vocal coaches or whatever. I was not trained to be a singer, so I try to give myself a lot of grace when it comes to what I deliver. So
I can kind of tell that you not.
so I'm easing my way into it. Like I'm not doing too much. I'm just trying to see what worked for me right now. So
Trust me, by the length of your project, I could tell because like it was so
yeah.
like it was when I was
Mm,
listening to it, it was over before it started, and I was
yeah.
especially about Quick Rant. I was so mad that song was so short.
And see, but that one was like an interlude though, so it was supposed to be short.
Like that was probably like that one and the intro probably my favorite ones on there.
Really? And that's so crazy because Quick Rant is probably like I like what I was saying, but that was like my least favorite one because I just like I don't know. I'm very critical. Like it was a few songs on there that it took a while for me to like them. So
What songs was it?
Quick Rant, Care Too Much took a while for me to get used to. Next to You and Can't Sleep were just some of the ones that was just like Can't Sleep was just like sensual. It's like a more sensual song, and I was still like trying to, mature myself. So like I just wanted to make sure I was saying the right things without being too explicit. And then like Care Too Much, I redid that song 3 times. And that was probably the oldest song that's on the album. I wrote that one first. And then Next to You, it was just a different vibe. I don't know. I'm just very critical. I don't know.
I like Top Two because it was so confident.
Thank you. I love Top Two. That was my favorite for a while. That was my favorite one for a while.
It had a lot of confidence in it because like
Thank you.
I like it sounded like it was personal. Was you dealing with somebody who was dealing with you and another person, and you was basically telling her?
Well, when I wrote the album, I wasn't dealing with nobody. I wasn't dating. But my writing process is to write based off of what I have experienced or like from a place of reflection. So I was referring to one of my relationships where that was the case, but it wasn't happening in the present moment.
When you are dating, what's your type?
When I am dating, what's my type? I don't really know what my type is for real. I know I have one, but I don't like, typical like, appearance preferences, but I'm trying to like steer away from that and just focus more on the value of the man himself. So I mean like somebody that know what they want, somebody that's very ambitious, funny cuz I love to laugh, somebody who loves God. Um my preferences are very like critical though. And so I want to try to like I've been working on that myself with like trying to not over list things that a man should have because they're not going to be exactly how I want them to be.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women want like this unrealistic human.
But men do too though. Men see a lot, they pick a lot of features from different women and they wish that it could just be all in one woman. Cuz men get oversaturated if they see one bad one and then it's one that's even badder and then it's another one that's even badder. Like men can't hold water either. So it's okay. At least I'm conscious enough to where I say I'm working on it. Some women can't say
Now that's true. That's true. You know what I'm
that.
but so as far as relationships go, have you ever been in love?
Have I ever been in love? Yeah, I have. Um, but I was also young too, so I don't know if I was just like super like just
You
not
still
used to it. I am still young. You're right. I'm only 23. I am still young. But when I did get into my first couple relationships, I was young still, like younger, and so I feel like was that really me being in love, or was that just me being like, you know, a little puppy love? So I don't know for real. I don't know. I feel like I have though.
yeah, I feel like I have too.
Yeah. I just hope it's healthier the next time I get into one.
So would you, when you get to a certain point in your career, would you date outside the industry or would you date in the industry?
I don't want to date in the industry. I don't want to. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want a man that is an artist. I don't want a man that like I'll probably date somebody that's a producer or an actor.
You'll get free beat.
Uh he can be my own producer. But other than that, I don't want a man that rap. I truly don't. My first boyfriend was a rapper, and it don't got nothing to do with him personally, but I want someone that isn't doing the same thing as me, so we not stepping on each other's toes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it because some people look at it like you, and then there's other people who like if we do it together, we can like be Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah, and see, like the way I look at it, like I just look at it as like if we both doing the same thing, that's more like a business relationship than an actual, like spiritual or like a real organic relationship. Like, cause you gonna be more worried about criticizing me as an artist and will look good for you than just me being your partner. So I don't know. I don't know.
That makes sense. And you spoke on producers. You got any like dream producers you want to work with?
Dream producers, Rodney Jerkins, Darkchild. I really, really want to meet him. I think most of my producer like faves are like older because I'm very old school. Timbaland, of course.
I can see that was the person that popped up in my head.
Yeah.
Timberland
Who
makes
else?
hard shit.
Yeah. But like I'm trying to think of like people like nowadays. Like I'll work with somebody like hmm. I know so many producers, but it's like you ever know like when somebody asks you a question and you think about like everything at one time and you just can't think. But honestly, my number one right now would be Rodney Jerkins right now.
Who your favorite producers that you done work with already?
My favorite producers that I've worked with already. I mean, the ones that I have worked with are my favorites, all of them. Shout out to my best friend Chima. He produces and engineers most of my music, like damn near all of it. Shout out to my friend Tyler, who produces a lot of my music. And then you said Quick Rant was your favorite. Did he do Quick Rant? I think Tyler did Quick Rant. He did. Tyler did Quick Rant. Top two was made by my friend Denari. um Breezy, made on the low. Like I don't know, all of my just the fact that they're my own little team, they are all of my favorites because they're for me. So
So you don't search on YouTube for beats or you don't look through SoundCloud. That's tight because I know
mm,
so many people who be like, yo, send me beats. And then
yeah.
nobody send them beats. Or when they do send them beats, they be trash.
Yeah. And then like, everybody starts somewhere. So I definitely started off doing that, but once I started doing my own music and like working with rappers and stuff like that, I met a lot of producers to where I didn't need to look on YouTube no more. So the only YouTube beats that was on the first album, actually the intro was a YouTube beat. And I remember like when I wrote to that song, somebody had bought the beat already and I had sent dude the song when I went and recorded it and I sent the YouTube producer the song and he was like, honestly, he was like, this mess is so hard. He was like, just drop it anyway. I don't care that you didn't buy it. Just drop it still. So once I got his blessing to still drop it, I was very thankful for that. And then and Being Nice and He Said is also YouTube beats too. So that was before I met all of my friends.
Yeah, I like the intro a lot. Like it started off so
Yeah.
perfect. It kind of like
Yeah.
it felt like an intro.
Yeah, yes, and I knew it was gonna be an intro like the second that I made it, and it started off as a freestyle. When I had first wrote that song, I couldn't write for like 4 months. I had lost like one of my best, like closest friends that had passed away, and that was my second year of college. So 4 months straight, I couldn't write nothing, and that was the first thing that just like naturally flowed out of me. So I was very proud of that song.
So when you write, you gotta be in positive headspace or like a clear headspace.
I just gotta be open enough to sit down and work for real. It don't really matter if I'm mad or if I'm happy, but I do prefer to write in a space where I'm not mad because I don't want to say too much in a song to where the like not the emotion is taken away, but I don't know, when you write off of instinct, it ain't your best work for me at least. It's not my best. So I want to be conscious about what I'm writing and not just going off the emotion.
Yeah, that kind of made me think of another question that I didn't even have wrote down.
Go
But
ahead. Yeah, good.
when you write songs about real life situations, do people hit you up and say, "Hey, is this about me?" Or
No, and I'm glad that they don't because I would be very honest if it was. Um, but I try not to write solely about one person. Um, so I try to make it in a way where it could apply to them, but it could also be about this person, blah blah blah. Just because if they do feel like it's about them, I can say, well, it's about multiple people. It's not just about you. So.
it's one of those situations where, like, when you post something on Instagram and somebody thinks about them, and then
Yeah, and it's like, but I mean, even if they did, it ain't their business. And if they feel like it's about them, then it probably is. So,
would you ever pull a Drake and like drop names?
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm not scared to drop names, but I'm also I'm very conscious about like what am I gonna benefit from dropping names? You know what I'm saying? So like if I feel like it's gonna start some BS, then I probably won't just for my own protection. But if somebody try to like I don't know. It depends, I guess. But I would for sure. I ain't scared to say names for sure.
So at at the end of it, or as far as like the journey until you to the point where you make it, do you want a record label or a record deal, or you
Do
just
I I mean that would be a blessing if I was to find one that ain't corrupted, that ain't mischievous. Like I don't wanna sign off all of my hard work for somebody else to have power or control over. So as of right now, my mindset is I don't want to get signed. I want to be as successful as I can on my own, owning all my own stuff, licensing all my own stuff, and writing all my own stuff. And the team of friends that I have right now, we are pretty much on the same like we all on the same type of time. So like if I'm not trying to get signed, like they all on the same thing because we all educate ourselves on the same stuff. So right now, no, I'm straight. I would prefer to be independent.
I would go the same route, independent. You get to keep everything. You got to spend your own money,
Yeah.
but you get it back.
Yeah. Hmm.
You had a line in your song about getting him high. You be smoking?
Not you. Yes. When I wrote that song specifically, I was getting high for sure. I
I
was
would
getting
have
high.
never.
I've slowed down since then, and I'm slowly like trying to stop. But yeah, I definitely was getting high at that time for sure. So,
I would have never thought. Like, you don't look like us. Oh,
and that's the point because I don't glorify it a lot. And I do say it a little like even in sit back and relax. I mentioned like I'm rolling. I was talking about rolling weed. So
you know, when I heard that, I had no idea.
yeah.
That's crazy. You sounded just like the song right now. That's kind of impressive. I'll be hearing people sing, and I'll be like, "This don't sound like the album."
Yeah, yeah.
That sounded. That's crazy, honestly. Uh, what's some of your dream collab?
Dream collabs. I love Brent Faiyaz. I feel like in terms of like the lyricism that we both have and how we come off, I feel like sometimes I feel like he's like the male version of me. So I feel like if we was to make a song together, it would be very parallel. So it's been him for a long time. I really want to work with him. Her, SZA, and then like to tap into like my old people that I've grown up on. I would want to collab with Brandy, Mary J. Blige. I love Summer Walker too. Um, Trying to think of like some males. Of course, I would collab with Drake, J. Cole. Um, yeah, yeah. That's it for right now.
Comparing yourself to Brent is crazy because I
I
don't see
do. I really love Brant.
he like that's crazy because like he more so a Rolling Stone, and you talk a lot about like selling down. Like that's the total opposite.
Yep. But I have like, so on my second album, because I finished my second album and that's not dropping till spring. But like with the singles that I'm dropping, me and Brent kind of on the same type of time. Like my second album is not a lovey-dovey album at all. It's more leaning towards the opposite, or like, because you know how top two ended, the second album is kind of picking up off of top two, and now we on this second stage where we on, I'm gonna get up and leave because I'm grown. So now I'm talking grown stuff in the second album.
Sound like I might like that one more.
Honestly, you probably would. Like everything is a step up. The production is a step up. The lyricism is a step up. Vocally, it steps up. Like, I think you'd really like it.
So that's where you at in your life right now? Like
What? Where am I in my life?
the second album. Or is that just like
It's, of course it's both. Like, so the song that I just dropped on Monday, Lay It Out. Lay It Out is so Lay It Out is the first single from the second album, and it's also titled, the album is titled after that song. So the album gonna be titled Lay It Out. Lay It Out. But Lay It Out is about like you're not feeling where you are in life, and especially in a certain relationship, and before you dip out of this relationship, I'm finna lay all this ish out on the table, and tell you how I feel, and I'm gonna tell you about yourself before I transition into this next stage in my life. So I do think the album is progressively about just growing, more in being independent, and that's kind of how top two ended. Because I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna up and leave and be by myself because I don't need to stay in something that don't benefit me.
yeah, that's true. I know a lot of women more than men who would be like for example, not to speak on other people too much, but
Yeah.
I remember seeing Cardi B say, I wouldn't leave Offset because I'm gonna just end up with somebody new who gonna cheat just like he did, and I already got a family with him, so I might as well just stay. So you kind of like the opposite.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm not. I don't. Of course, the whole point is to try to work, but is they even married? They're not even married. So you do stuff like that when you trying to fight for a marriage. They not even married. So like if it was me, and of course like she got kids, but like say I'm with Offset and we don't got kids, he cheat on me. That's the end of that. I'm done after that. I would rather start off with somebody or start over with somebody who I know would never cheat than go back and settle with somebody that I know has cheated and may do it again.
Do you believe that all men cheat, or do you really
No,
think?
I don't. Nope. Nope. I feel like cheating is easy. So yes, all men can cheat, but I don't think all men do cheat. No.
You think all how do I want to word this question? Who you think who you think can cheat more? Do you think men can cheat more or women can cheat more?
That's hard. I honestly feel like it's one and the same. One and the same. Because for women that know they value and know they own inner power, you can have any man that you want, especially if you don't gotta do the initiation. With men, cheating is natural because men have hunting mentalities. Like, if anything, niggas want to go after and cheat because that's like an incentive for them. You know what I'm saying? But like if I have to say who would do it more, it would probably be men, just because men been cheating since the beginning of time. But I don't know.
I think women got more of the option to cheat, because I feel like more men
women can get away with it more. If that was a question, I feel like women could get away with cheating more. But if you was asking me in general, like who cheats more, it would probably be men. I'd probably say men.
I can understand.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it was women.
So do that scare you from like love?
I'm scared of love anyway. I'm scared of love anyway, but I've never allowed fear to stop me from doing something. So even though I may be fearful to have a life partner or to get in a new relationship, that wouldn't stop me from trying to be open to pursue one, or being open to dating, or whatever the case may be.
That's good, because you speak on marriage on the album. You speak on being white, so you know.
You really was dissecting like the lyrics. I love that.
Man, I did not tell you at the beginning of the interview, I do this shit. Like,
I love that for you. I've never been interviewed where people have specifically asked me about lyrics, so yeah. I like that.
Because I feel like when it comes to R&B and like women specifically, they not gonna just make a song and make it. It's usually like they realness in it. Like gangster rap, you don't have to be a real gangster to rap about gangster rap. But I feel like when you're talking about love, most of the time people speak from reality.
Right. Yep.
I don't think
and realistically, that is a goal. The goal is for me is to get married, and I don't want to get married more than once. So yeah.
I wouldn't want to get married more than once neither. I feel you.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you would deal with fame?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, I've been
this
in the sense. Okay.
I'm gonna
what you say?
I'm gonna say the other part later because it's a 2-part.
Okay. I think I would handle. Okay, so at least my goal, and it's rewarding to be able to sit where I'm at now and like watch how other artists are maneuvering in their, in their fame, because you can learn from what they're doing and what they're not doing. And like me specifically, like, so I used to like get on the Shade Room every day, just to check and see like, like what's going on in the music industry or whatever. I feel like I would handle fame. I would want to be off the grid as possible. I ain't gonna lie. And pop out when it's necessary. And I want to bring back personal relationships with fans. I feel like it's so virtual nowadays, where like, people don't do, like back in the day, and I ain't that old to be saying back in the day, but like back in the day where like they used to do like sweepstakes and stuff, like, oh, enter in this and like this celebrity will take you to the mall or whatever, like something like that. Like I want to have personal relationships with the people that support me. I don't want to just have a virtual relationship with them. So I do feel like when I do reach that height of success, I would want to be as to myself still, but still very open at the same time. But I wouldn't want to be as easily accessible. So I feel like I would only have one form of social media. I know for sure I'm not going to be on Twitter. I think I would only be on Instagram, and that's it.
Twitter is something crazy.
Like I don't like Twitter. I've never liked Twitter, and I also just don't want to get into the habit of wanting to like just type my thoughts out all the time, because that just gives somebody a reason to use one of your thoughts against you. And people so sensitive nowadays. Like everybody in the world is so sensitive nowadays. I could say anything that come to mind, and it's gonna be a cancel culture moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just very conscious about how I'm moving now. So then once I do reach that height of success, I know how to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. You could say you like apples, and they're gonna be like, "What about the other fruits?" Like,
bro, like man, like I prefer my hair to be straight. Oh, you don't like your culture? Like you don't like showing off black natural hair? Like it could be the stupidest thing. So I don't got time for that.
And the second part to that question is, how big do you want to get? Do you want to get like Michael Jackson big, or you like What if
I
you?
mean, I would love to. I mean, um, I would love to in the sense because like I've always wanted to be like a performer like Janet Jackson. So like I would love to have that amount of influence. Um and I mean, it don't matter how good you are, the devil gonna try to come and, like balance it out or try to take something away. So I mean, regardless of where I am, it's gonna be some warfare in it regardless. But I guess the goal is to have as much, impact as possible. So if I can, that would be great.
Yeah, because I know some people who just cool with regional success,
Mhm.
but I don't know too many R&B people like that. Most R&B
Yeah.
stars, I know they
Yeah.
want.
I'm not trying to stay I ain't trying to stay just local or national. You know what I'm saying? I do want to try to be as high in success as I can and still try to, guide people the right way.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need people to guide people because right now a lot of this music is telling people to do the craziest stuff or act the
Oh
craziest.
yeah. Oh yeah. Mhm.
You got a song called "Care Too Much." What does caring too much like? What does that mean?
Um,
I
caring too much is just like
want
care too much is just about, huh?
somebody to care about me to the max.
Okay. Care too much. The song itself is just about a one-sided relationship where you feel like you care more than the other person and the other person ain't reciprocating all of the, the love that you give to them. I wrote Care Too Much. That was probably the longest song probably ever in my phone that like it was the longest process to write the song because I loved the beat and it's actually a Brent Faiyaz sample. So like I take a lot of pride when I do sample a song that I want to do it justice. So yeah, that song was just basically about caring too much about a person that don't show the same for you.
You been in that situation before?
I mean,
Then
and even with friendship too, it don't even gotta be a relationship. Even platonic ones, I felt like that a lot.
so when do you know when to leave or like cut ties?
um, do I know when to leave? I would say now, hell yeah. Then no, no. I would stick it out as much as I could in the past because I'm a very loving person, and I'm a loyal person, so I try to ride it out till the wheels fall off. But now I wouldn't put it past nobody.
I feel you. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people who, no matter what they situation they into, they try to just stick it out because of whatever
Mhm.
history or comfortability, all of that.
Mhm.
What's
Yeah.
your studio sessions like?
My studio sessions are they're very funny actually. So it depends on so I mean I've always been the type of person that don't want to bring nobody to the studio with me. So I go everywhere by myself, whether that's a photo shoot, video shoot, I take myself everywhere. Now I'll invite some of the other producer friends that I have to the studio if they want to like, help me with whatever cuz Chima specifically, Chima is usually like one of my producer friends that help me in all aspects, whether if it's lyrically, with vocal arrangements, anything like that. Because like I said, I'm very inexperienced with singing for real. So like it's a lot that I don't know. And so my studio sessions are hilarious though. Like if one of my friends give me an idea to put into a song, I'm gonna forget it instantly. Or like the note, like the key of the note, I'm gonna forget it instantly. So have to be like and like and start it that way, or I'm gonna forget. Like, but it's funny though. My studio sessions don't ever really be long. I usually on average I can finish a song like within an hour and a half. But when they prolong is that's usually just when like we all just chilling, we ain't in no rush. The longest session I had was like damn near 13 hours and we was just in there all
That's
day just chilling. Yeah,
crazy.
got like 4 or 5 songs done and we was just chilling in there, took a nap a couple times.
I done been to some studio sessions. Never a 13-hour one. That's
Oh
more than
yeah,
half.
all night.
That's crazy. So I don't know you like that, but like following you, I get to see pieces of who you are, and you got like this personality. You see yourself doing something more than just music. like acting or
Oh
something?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've done a couple acting gigs actually. It's a series too that's supposed to release in 2024 that I did this past summer. But I've always seen acting in my career. I've seen business ventures like fashion in my career. I used to sew when I was a kid, so I'm sure I would have like a own clothing line or something. And I love education, obviously, so I'm sure I would have some nonprofits for the youth and stuff like that too.
I can see you doing clothes too, just based off the stuff you wear. Usually, like people who I can see doing clothes dress really nice.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I love clothes.
My last question is: you got a song called "Dreaming"? What do you be dreaming about?
Well, hey, I don't even remember my dreams half the time, but that song specifically, that song was written out of like manifestation. Like I want to feel that way about somebody one day. So I wrote dreaming about what I could potentially have and what I want to have. So I wasn't experiencing that. I don't think I've ever experienced that to where it was genuine and healthy, but I wrote it out of a sense like this is what I want. So I'm going to speak it into existence. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
believe in manifesting too. I
Yeah.
feel like
Hmm.
manifesting is important because it's almost like a form of expressing confidence.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel the same way. You answered my question. You answered all of them.
Yay.
So I really appreciate this interview a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Same
do another
here.
one when the next project drops.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you can dissect all that because you're gonna have way more to say about this next one.
Absolutely will. I can't wait for it. You got a release date?
I don't. Nope, I don't know yet. I just know it's gonna be springtime. Springtime.
Spring, like March, or like almost summer type spring.
I would probably say between March and April. March and April. Yeah.
The new
Mhm.
single out, like you said,
It is. Lay it out.
is
Hmm.
everywhere on all streaming
It
platforms.
is. Yes, lay it out is everywhere. Lay it out is everywhere. My socials is Anaya Lachelle, ANAIA underscore LACHELLE.
Great. Well, I appreciate this so much. If you need me to do anything for you, I got
Yeah,
you. You know, I want to
thank
see you
you.
win.
Your name Patrick, right?
No, my real name is Noble for real.
It's Noble? That is so cute. It's Noble? That is adorable.
Thank you.
That
Appreciate that.
is adorable. It's actually Noble.
Yeah,
That is so cute. I've never heard that before.
thank
Yeah. Sorry. I just love like when I hear like different names. That's so cute. Yeah.
you. I love different
Yeah.
names.
Well, nice to meet you formally, finally.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you too.
All righty. Well, I'll talk to you later. I appreciate you.
Is there any day you want me to drop this specifically?
Nope. It don't matter.
All right, I'm gonna drop it tomorrow.
Okay.
All
That's
right,
cool.
I'm gonna send you the link and all that good stuff.
Okay. All righty.
Thank you.
Yep. No problem. All right. Bye bye.